Automatic cars were made to make driving easier. No clutch, no gear juggling, just smooth acceleration and a more relaxed ride. But here's the shocking truth. Many people are slowly destroying their automatic cars without realizing it. The little habits you do every day, some that even feel normal, are quietly wearing down your transmission, overheating your engine, and setting you up for repair bills that can cost more than your car is worth. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 mistakes automatic car owners need to stop immediately. These aren't myths. These are real issues that mechanics see every day. And if you keep doing them, you could cut your car's lifespan in half. So let's get into it. Number 7, resting your hand on the gear lever. Let's start with something almost everyone does. You're driving along, one hand on the wheel, the other hand casually resting on the gear lever. It feels harmless, maybe even comfortable. But here's the hidden danger. Automatic gear shifters are linked to precise mechanisms inside your transmission. Even the light pressure of your hand can push against the selector components and wear them down over time. Mechanics often say they can tell which drivers do this habit just by looking at the condition of the shifter linkage. What starts as a little stiffness when shifting gears can eventually turn into complete failure. And when that happens, you're looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars in repairs. Instead, keep both hands on the wheel. It's safer, and your transmission will thank you. Number 6, shifting to neutral at red lights. You pull up to a red light. Instead of keeping your foot on the brake, you shift into neutral, thinking you're giving the engine a break or saving fuel. A lot of drivers do this because they believe it reduces stress on the car. But in modern automatic vehicles, that's simply not true. Today's cars are designed to idle efficiently while in drive. By shifting to neutral at every stop, you're not saving gas. You're actually putting unnecessary strain on the transmission. The constant switching between drive and neutral wears out clutch packs and creates sudden jerks when you put it back in gear. And here's another problem. If you're caught off guard when the light turns green, you might accidentally rev the engine in neutral before slamming it back into drive. That shock goes straight into your gearbox. Over time, that abuse can add up to thousands of dollars in damage. The smarter move? Leave it in drive, keep your foot on the brake, and let the car do what it was engineered to do. Number 5, switching from reverse to drive without stopping. This one is brutal, and I guarantee you've seen people do it in parking lots. You're reversing out of a space, you don't come to a full stop, and you yank the shifter into drive while the car is still rolling backward. It saves you 2 seconds, but here's the ugly truth. It's destroying your transmission. Automatic cars are not designed to change direction while the wheels are still in motion. When you switch from reverse to drive without stopping, all the force of that moving car slams against the transmission's internal clutches and gears. What your brakes should be absorbing gets dumped onto one of the most delicate and expensive parts of your car. Mechanics say this habit is one of the fastest ways to ruin a transmission. And when it goes, it's not a cheap fix. A replacement transmission can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000, depending on your car. For luxury brands, it can be even higher. So here's the rule. Always come to a complete stop before switching gears. It's a tiny adjustment that can save you massive money. Number 4, riding the brakes on downhill roads. If you live in a hilly area or drive through mountains, this one is especially dangerous. Some drivers go downhill with their foot constantly pressing the brake pedal. They think they're keeping control, but what they're really doing is cooking their brakes. Brakes are designed for short bursts of stopping power, not for constant pressure. When you ride the brakes downhill, they heat up fast. And once they overheat, something called brake fade kicks in, where the brakes lose effectiveness and stop responding properly. That's why you sometimes smell burning brakes on steep roads. But here's where your automatic car can help you. Most automatics have either a manual shift mode or a low gear setting. By shifting down, the engine itself slows the car through engine braking. This reduces the need for constant braking, saves your brake pads from wearing out, and keeps you safer on long descents. So next time you're going downhill, don't just rely on your brakes. Use the tools your car already gives you. Number 3, keeping the car in drive while parked. We've all done it. You're waiting outside a store or sitting in the driveway, and you leave the car in drive with your foot on the brake. It seems harmless. You're not moving, so what's the issue? The problem is that when the car is in drive, the transmission is still engaged. That means it's generating heat, and heat is the #1 killer of automatic transmissions. Sitting for long stretches in drive causes unnecessary wear and can overheat your transmission fluid, breaking it down faster. Instead, if you know you're going to be stopped for more than a minute, shift into park. Not only does this relieve the strain on your gearbox, but it also allows the car to idle more efficiently. In hot weather, this simple habit can make a big difference in how long your transmission lasts. Number 2, ignoring transmission fluid maintenance. Ask most drivers about oil changes, and they'll tell you exactly when it's due. But ask about transmission fluid, and you'll probably get a blank look. That's because people often forget that automatic cars rely on fluid just as much as they rely on oil. Transmission fluid lubricates moving parts, cools the system, and helps create the hydraulic pressure needed for smooth gear shifts. If the fluid gets old or dirty, the transmission starts slipping, overheating, or grinding. Ignore it long enough, and you're looking at complete failure. Here's the scary part. Some cars need new transmission fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, while others can last longer. But if you never check, you'll have no idea when yours is due. And once the damage is done, replacing a transmission is one of the most expensive repairs a driver can face. For comparison, a fluid change costs a couple $100s at most. A new transmission can cost 10 times that. Which one would you rather pay for? Number 1, using park before fully stopping. This is the silent killer. You're pulling into a parking space, the car is still rolling a little, and you shift into park. It feels normal, but what's happening inside your car is anything but. When you put an automatic car into park, a small metal pin called the parking pal locks into place, holding the wheels steady. But if the car is still moving, that tiny pin takes the full force of the car's weight. Over time, it weakens, bends, or snaps completely. Once the pal breaks, your car can roll away even when it's in park, and fixing it often means opening up the transmission. Mechanics warn that this mistake is one of the most common reasons cars end up in the shop with parking-related failures. The fix is simple. Always stop fully before shifting into park. Take the extra second. It could save your car, your wallet, and even someone's safety. Automatic cars are built for convenience, but convenience doesn't mean invincibility. Every mistake we've covered today might seem small in the moment. Resting your hand on the gear lever, coasting into park, or skipping a fluid check. But added up over months and years, these habits quietly destroy the heart of your car, the transmission. If you avoid these mistakes, your car will not only run smoother, but also last much longer. You'll save thousands in unnecessary repairs, and you'll enjoy the comfort and ease that automatics were designed to give. So now I want to hear from you. Be honest, have you been guilty of any of these mistakes? Drop a comment below and share your story. And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and give it a like. It helps a lot, and it makes sure you don't miss the next video where we dive into more car tips that could save your ride. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.